And now he does.
98.3, 1550 WXVA. It's the Thursday morning edition of Hometown Talk. Tori Maxwell here with News Director Andrea Sterase.
Good morning.
And our guest, very special guest.
Absolutely, Walton Kip Stowell.
What a coup to get the new mayor of Harpers Ferry like 2 days after the election.
He's a very kind, very gentleman, and I couldn't resist the opportunity to have him back in here. This is not your first visit to Hometown Talk, is it?
No, thank you. I'm really pleased to be asked back. And I think I asked you, how did you get the news so fast? Because they were late counting the votes the other night, and one of the first phone calls I got was from you, and I said, oh yeah, I'd be glad to, because I enjoyed being here before when you invited me.
Thank you. And actually, I do owe a debt of gratitude to your town recorder, Mr. John Hughes, who I was badgering all night, and then
he was badgered by everyone all night.
I think so, but he did get back to me very timely, and let me know everything that happened. Congratulations on your election to the mayorship of Harpers Ferry.
Well, thank you very much. It's a great honor, of course.
Or mazel tov, as we say in the vernacular.
Oh, yeah, yes. Right. That's a good word.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Now, you won by a rather substantial margin, didn't you? It was, if I remember the numbers, was it 92 to 56?
Yes, I personally thought it'd be a little closer, because Frida had lived in town all her life. And
that's Frida Kidwell.
Right. And, it was a clean election. We really couldn't get ourselves to say anything bad about each other or find anything that... It was very unusual.
I couldn't imagine either of you in a mudslinging campaign. That just wouldn't fit
true.
The candidates.
That's true. And she was on the council for 2 years, had a term, and did a really fine job. And she really loves the town. So it was... I really had to get out there, and I think one of the things you learn is you must get out there and talk to everyone. And go to their homes, and on a rainy day is a good day because they'll invite you in and at least try to get out of the rain. And also write up something about yourself, because they need to know more about you and what you stand for and what your experience has been. Just how to better know how you might react in a certain situation. And Harpers Ferry is, world known, and when we're on a big stage out there, and I think what we do, people watch us, and we are hosts to millions of people that come to visit, so we have an important role to live up to.
You have a great deal of experience in town government already.
Well, I have 18 years on the council. They were not contiguous. I lost a race, I think that's the second one, because I didn't get out and talk to everyone. And they say, well, he didn't come and see me. I don't know if I'll vote for him.
Who does this guy think he is?
And it's very important, because in Harpers Ferry, everyone knows everyone else first name basis. Now, where can you find that in the United States? The other thing I believe strongly, that Harpers Ferry is a microcosm of democracy, because you can exercise every one of your rights there, and no one, the next, even if you rant and rave at town meeting about your neighbor, the next day you'll say hello, hi, and that sort of thing. And they take their voting seriously, and they are serious about leadership. We have some wonderful people. They're very interesting people in Harpers Ferry, if you haven't found that out already, and every one of them have wonderful ideas that we're going to work on.
It is a marvelous population for a town, just incredibly divergent interests and individuals, but they all have a great deal of pride in their town.
Well, that's true. Everything from retired admirals in the Navy to artists to you name it. And I think the churches are very important in town. That's why it's really uniquely American, besides all the great events that happened there. The John Brown story, and the story of how Harpers Ferry got started with the water power, and the armory and the arsenal.
And Virginia's Island.
Oh, yes. And because Harpers Ferry, half of it's gone down the river with flooding, unfortunately. And so, I mean, I shouldn't say, it sounds really bad to say that. But there are wonderful stories told and written about that. The Women's Club sells a wonderful book called The Strange Story of Harpers Ferry that everybody in the county should read.
I certainly will. That sounds great. It's also, I think, wonderful when you deal with such a small town where the total number of votes cast for the mayor's race was only 148 people. It really feels then that your individual vote makes a big difference.
Well, the last election, 2 years ago, I lost the election at the time of the counting by 1 vote. Then they opened the absentee ballots, and 2 of them were for me.
Ooh.
So that means I won by 1 vote.